The 17th day of the first regular session of the 22nd Congress will now come to order. May we all bow our heads for a moment of silent prayer. Chief Clerk, call the roll.
Senator Aritos, Senator Christian, Senator Figuer,
Yes.
Senator Colon, Floor Leader Harper, Senator Gunman,
Yes.
Vice Speaker Moses, Senator Ned, Senator Pollack,
Present.
Senator Perman, Senator Romulo,
Hey, man.
Senator Urusmal,
I'm here, Chief.
Wali, Speaker Simona.
Yes,
Mr. Speaker, 9 members are present.
we have a quorum to transact business today. For our purpose today, I now designate Chairman Ursmal to serve as our acting floor leader.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. With that appointment, I move that the reading of the journal be dispensed with.
Second.
It has been
Second.
seconded that we dispense with the reading of our journal. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Nay. Motion carried. We now dispense with the reading of the journal. Next item, Chief Clerk.
-15 to number 22-17.
Okay, assign those, Chief Clerk. Next item.
Item 6, FSM Supreme Court Communications, none, Mr. Speaker.
Continue.
Item 7, Member Communications, none also, Mr. Speaker. Item 8, Departmental Communications, none. Item 9, Agency or Governmental Authority Communications, none, Mr. Speaker. Item 10, State Communications, none. Item 11, State Supreme Court Communications, none also, Mr. Speaker. Item 12, Municipal or Town Communications, none. Item 13, Foreign Government Communications, none, Mr. Speaker. And item 14, Miscellaneous Communications, none, Mr. Speaker.
Okay, we are now down on our order of the day. Item 15, Standing Committee Reports. Do we have any report, Chief Clerk?
Yes, Mr. Speaker, for item 15, we have an awaiting list number 22-01 for standing committee reports awaiting the 24 hours requirement.
Short recess to the call of the chair. Congress back in session. We are now on that item 15. Chairman Ursula.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I move that the Standing Committee Report 22-01 be placed on today's Standing Committee Report for action.
Second.
Has been moved and seconded that the Standing Committee Report number 22-01 be placed on the calendar for the Standing Committee Report calendar for action.
Mr. Speaker.
Acting floor.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I also move to suspend the rules that may impede our action on this standing committee report, especially the 24-hour awaiting period. So moved.
Second.
It has been moved and seconded that the relevant rules that may impede our action, specifically the rules requiring 24 hours awaiting period, be suspended. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Nay. Motion carried. The relevant rules are now suspended. So let's vote on the main motion. Those in favor of the motion to place Standing Committee Report 22-01, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed,
Aye.
nay. Motion carried. Standing Committee Report number 22-01 is now based on the calendar for action. Oh, Chairman Rosimo. Chief Clerk, what's the report about?
Have a Standing Committee Report number 22-01 for adoption. This is on or regarding Presidential Communication number 21-533 on the fiscal year 2022 budget for education.
Okay, there you have it.
Point of privilege, Mr. Speaker.
Good morning. Say your point, Pro Leader.
Yeah, I just called for with a privilege to ask Chief Clerk to note that I'm seated.
Okay, take note of the presence of Pro Leader Harper. You are hereby stripped of your actingship, Chairman Rosimo.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, and I thank the good floor leader for taking over his work.
Okay.
And thank
motion
you
to-
for your actingship.
Very brief one. Okay, Chairman Rosimo, motion for adoption.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I move for the adoption of the said report.
Second.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that Congress adopt Standing Committee Report number 22-01. Discussion. Any discussion on the report? Chairman Rosimo, I take it that this report is basically on those portions relating to sector crimes.
That is correct, Mr. Speaker. It's the 1 million for COM FSM out of the compact education sector grants. And the other portion is relating to the SEG share of the college as well as the national government NTOE. And there is some adjustment, basically a little increase on the National Department of Education, reflecting the decision of this Congress or last Congress to increase the salaries of the PSS employees that are funded out of the SEG. Everything else is still intact. We have not had a chance to look at the whole budget for the department, but we will do that in due course. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Chairman Rosimo, for the explanation. Straightforward. Any other discussion? If none, there's no objection. Discussion is closed. We'll vote. Those in favor of the adoption of Standing Committee Report number 22-01, say aye.
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 Opposed, nay. Motion carried. Standing Committee Report 22-01 is adopted by Congress. Next report, Chief Clerk.
Not have any more reports, Mr. Speaker.
Okay, next item, Special Committee reports. Do we have any? Chief Clerk.
None, Mr. Speaker.
All right, next item.
For the next item, item 17, assignment of measures and communications, please refer to referral sheet number 22-10.
Okay, Chairman and members, review that for planning purposes. Next item.
Item number 18, unfinished business, none, Mr. Speaker.
Okay, we're now on item 19, bill calendar. First bill, Chief Clerk.
The first bill under the bill calendar now is Congressional Bill number 22-25 for second and final reading. CB number 22-25 is a bill for an act to amend sections 1202, 1204, and 1216 of Title 55 of the Code of the Federated States of Micronesia, annotated, as amended by Public Laws Numbers 19-67, 20-185, and 21-12, to clarify definitions, to clarify the purpose and restrictions of the FSM Trust Fund, and for other purposes.
Chairman Figueroa.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move for the passage on second and final reading, Congress Bill number 22-25.
Second.
It has been moved and seconded that Congress pass on second and final reading CP number 22-25. Discussion. Discussion. Short recess. Congress is back in session. Okay, discussion on the bill. Any
Question.
discussion? Questions being called for? There's no objection. Discussion is closed. We will vote by roll call of delegations. Chairman Conman will cast a vote for Troop. And of course, Senator Palik will cast for Pushai. Roll call, Chief Clerk.
For the state of Chuuk, Chairman Conman.
Yes.
For the state of Pohnpei, Chairman Perman. State of Koshai, Senator Palik.
Yes.
State of Yap, Chairman Rosemal. Chairman Rosemal.
Yes, yes.
All four states voted for the said bill.
CB number 22-25 has passed Congress on second and final reading. Next bill.
We do not have any more bills, Mr. Speaker.
Short recess. Call the chair. Congress is back in session. Since we don't have any more bills under the bill calendar, we will now go down to our next item, resolution calendar. Any resolution, Chief Clerk?
Yes, yes, Speaker.
None at the moment, Mr. Speaker.
Okay, Chairman German, you have the
Yeah,
floor.
thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I have three resolutions that I would like to withdraw and place under our resolution calendar for today. It's resolution number 22-06, resolution 22-18, and resolution 22-19. I so move.
Second.
It has been moved and seconded that the following resolutions, 22-06, 22-18, and 22-19 be withdrawn from committees and placed on the resolution calendar for action. Those in favor of the motion say aye.
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 Opposed, nay. Motion carried. Said resolutions are now withdrawn from committees and placed on the resolution calendar for action.
Short recess. Short
Sorry,
recess.
to call the chair. We're still on the resolution calendar. We have those, have we adopted the short recess? Have we adopted the motion to withdraw and place? Congress is back in session. First resolution, Chief Clerk.
The first resolution under the resolution calendar now is congressional resolution number 22-06 for adoption. CR number 22-06 is a resolution to further amend the President's Public Health Emergency Declaration dated January 31st, 2020, as amended on February 7, 2020, and further amended on March 11, 2020, April 17, 2020, May 30th, 2020, July 10th, 2020, August 20, 2020, November 25th, 2020, January 29, 2021, and March 31st, 2021.
Chairman Permit.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I so move for the adoption of the said resolution.
Second.
Has been moved and seconded that Congress adopt resolution number 22-06. Discussion.
Speaker,
Discussion.
I
Yes,
have
Chairman
an oral
Permit.
amendment to offer said resolution.
Proceed.
Yes, Mr. Speaker, thank you. On page 19 of 19, line 3, where it says, where the proposed is July 31st, to change it to September 30, 2021. I so move.
Second.
It has been moved and seconded that the offered oral amendment by Chairman Perman to resolution 22-06 be adopted. Discussion on the offered oral amendment. Any
Question.
questions being called for? If there's an objection, discussion is closed. We will now vote. Those in favor of adoption of the offered oral amendment to resolution 22-06, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carried. The offered oral amendments are adopted. We now have CD1. Any third discussion on resolution 22-06 CD1? Discussion? If none, there's no objection. Discussion is closed. So let's vote. Those in favor of the adoption of resolution number 22-06 CD1, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay.
Aye.
Motion carried. Resolution 22-06 CD1 is adopted by Congress. Next resolution, Chief Clerk.
The next resolution under the resolution calendar now is congressional resolution number 22-18 for adoption. CR number 22-18 is a resolution extending the first regular session of the 22nd Congress of the Federated States of Micronesia to June 4, 2021.
Again, Mr. Speaker, I so move for its adoption on 22-18.
Any
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that Congress adopt resolution number 22-18. Discussion. Short recess of 15
Question.
on 22-18. Discussion. If none, there's no objection. Discussion is closed. We will vote. Those in favor of the adoption of resolution number 22-18, say aye. Opposed, nay.
Aye.
Motion carried. Resolution number 22-18 is adopted by Congress. Next resolution, Chief Clerk.
The next resolution under the resolution calendar now is congressional resolution number 22-19 for adoption. CR number 22-19 is a resolution authorizing the president to submit the recommended national government comeback budget request as revised pursuant to Congress's recommendations to the United States of America under Article 5 of the Fiscal Procedures Agreement.
Chairman Nursimo.
So move.
Second.
That's been moved. and
Second.
seconded by Congress adopt resolution number 22-19. Discussion.
Speaker, sorry,
Yes.
sir.
Short recess. Subject to call the chair. Conference is back in session. For the record, the assignment of that particular resolution was incorrectly assigned to Ways and Means. It is assigned to the Committee on Education. Okay. So, any discussion on the resolution? Chairman Ursman, your amendment?
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. An oral amendment to the resolution on page 2 of 3, line 2, where it says a teacher training, delete that phrase. Training for delete a teacher training, and in lieu thereof insert data management project. So move.
Second.
And more than seconded that the offered oral amendment to said resolution be adopted. Discussion on the offered oral amendment. Any discussion? If none, there's no objection. Discussion is closed. Let's vote. Those in favor of adoption of the offered oral amendment, say aye. Opposed, nay. Motion carried. The offered oral amendment is adopted. We now have CD1. Any further discussion on CD1? Discussion. If none, there's no objection. Discussion is closed. We will now vote. Those in favor of the adoption of resolution 22-19 CD1, say aye. Opposed, nay. Motion carried. Resolution number 22-19 CD1 is adopted by Congress. Next resolution, Chief Clerk.
None, Mr. Speaker.
Okay, there's no further business on the resolution calendar. We will go to next item, 21. Do you have any measure to introduce? Please pass them on to Chief Clerk. Miscellaneous business. Do you have any miscellaneous business?
Speaker,
Floor Leader, Albert.
thank you, Speaker. If there may be no objection, I move that we stand in recess until 10 o'clock Tuesday,
Second.
Chuk time.
Okay, it has been moved and seconded that Congress stand in recess until next week, Tuesday at 10 o'clock in the morning, Chuk time. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Congress now stands in recess until next Tuesday, next week, Tuesday at 10 o'clock in the morning, Chuk time.